Are you taking a cruise aboard P&O Iona in 2024?
If so, check out this video because we're giving you our top tips to get the best of your sailing. If you're like us and you want a hassle-free breakfast but not necessarily a sit-down meal in the MDR, head to the Keys. We love it in there. It's really, really good food. You can get pancakes and waffles, you can have a full English or even just a fresh cooked omelette on the spot there.
I'd argue it's actually better than the main dining room, and where else can you get it? Of course, in the Horizon buffet.
Exactly.
They're all good, but the Keys is the best. It is the warmest and it's been cooked nice and fresh, so we'd definitely recommend it.
And also, the fastest served as well. If you want a quick breakfast because you've got an excursion planned, you can be in and out of the Keys really quickly, quicker than the Horizon, definitely quicker than the MDR.
So the 710 Club is the onboard music jazz venue.
Yes, really great lounge to head into. It does book up really quick, so make sure if that's your thing, you book in as early as you can once you're on board.
Absolutely, and when you go into the venue, if you can, avoid sitting to the left, because we found when we did that, you couldn't see much of the band. So if you just go straight forwards, you'll see what we mean when you get there.
Exactly.
It's definitely worth it for the experience. And it's also nice if you like a couple of cheeky cocktails, because they do have their own exclusive cocktails there.
They do. So for us, a huge part of cruising is just the wake views and getting the sights and scenes of nature, basically. And there's no better place in Iona to do that, in our opinion, than the Sunset Bar.
Absolutely. If you want to capture the true essence of an amazing sail away, it's the best place to be. Best bet is to head there pretty early though, because it does get quite busy.
It does. Also, if you're a coffee lover and Vistas is really busy, Sunset Bar also serves Costa coffee.
They do. It's been a saviour many times, hasn't it?
It has. Big time saver.
Although Iona is a huge ship and it's got lots of dining venues available, some venues can get pretty busy, especially on a sea day. So one handy tip is to check out the Glass House. On our sailings, we have found this to be one of the quieter venues, but it offers the most amazing tapas. It is an upcharge, but in our opinion, it is definitely worth it, isn't it?
It is, yeah, just for that space and a bit of a quieter meal. Plus the wine that they serve there is really good.
Absolutely. A lot of the wines that they serve there aren't available in other bars, so definitely worth checking out.
For us, it's always nice to kind of spoil yourself and indulge whilst you're on a cruise. One thing that you can do for free is afternoon tea daily in the Aqua restaurant. You do need to book it on the My Holiday app, and it does fill up quickly. So if that's your thing, prioritize it early on.
Absolutely, and as well as the free version that you can get in the main dining room, the Epicurean restaurant also has an upcharge version of the afternoon tea. Now, we've done this twice now, and it is really, really good, and we think it's good value for money for what you get. But it's nice to know there's a free option as well if you want it.
Exactly.
If you're like us and you start running out of clothes midpoint through the cruise or even towards the end, there is an onboard laundrette. And the really good news is it's completely free. Just make sure you remember to pack some washing tablets or washing powder, because obviously it is useful for that reason. You can buy it on board at the harbour shop.
You can.
But they do limit you to only 2 tablets. And that's another thing I'd say, as much as it's a really good service, obviously a lot of people will want to use it as well. So try and limit your washing, but it is there completely for free.
So our next tip is to get the most out of your dining experience. So using the My Holiday app, you can enter into the virtual queues. What we have found and what we'd recommend for future sailings is to do it about 20 minutes before your desired time to eat. This means that it then gives you the flexibility of getting from A to B on the ship, or even having a pre-dinner cocktail. So by the time you arrive at the restaurant, you can then be seated rather than physically queuing at the reception desk.
Absolutely, it's really nice to see not many queues around the ship because it's so organised.
Exactly, it's seamless.
Definitely worth knowing.
Yes.
Before you board Iona, you can book a lot of the restaurants and some of the entertainment, but one of the things you can't book before is the chef's table. Now, they do the chef's table in the Horizon buffet in nice little space, and they have a special dedicated menu for it. It is worth it, but it does fill up very quickly. So as soon as you board the ship, or even a little bit before, if you can get on the ship's Wi-Fi, it's definitely worth booking it because it fills up fast.
This next tip is a money saver, the best kind of tip, right? So what we've found is that with drinks packages, if you book online before you board the ship, you save 10% of the fee. What we've done for that before is repurpose that 10% and either use that in the a la carte restaurants or a spa pass.
If you like a little bit of privacy like us, I would avoid deck 8, particularly if you're going to be booking one of the conservatory suites. Now these suites look absolutely beautiful, but they do unfortunately back onto the promenade where people walk along. Now, if you're a bit of a chatterbox and you like a chat outside your balcony, well, why not? Go ahead and book it, it's for you. But otherwise, just be aware that there isn't that much privacy, particularly if you've got your balcony door open. So if you like privacy, avoid deck 8.
For this next tip, it's going to be back to the restaurants again, and this time the Olive Grove. Yeah, so one of our personal favourites. It is listed as an a la carte, so what you would imagine an upcharge restaurant. But there are a lot of items on the menu that are actually for free. It's a very small proportion of items that are upcharged. So you can go there completely for free and have a change of pace from an MDR or the Horizon Buffet.
It's definitely worth it. It's actually one of our favourite restaurants aboard Iona. So yeah, definitely check it out.
Yes, and if you can as well, you can actually get seated in the conservatory area. So you get one of the better sea views from a restaurant whilst you're on board as well.
That's what cruising's all about.
Exactly.
So here's a cheeky bonus tip for you. If you like us and you like to use the onboard thermal suite, which we'd highly recommend, it's definitely worth booking on the day that you board. So the thermal suite can be very popular and it fills up very quickly. So go and check it out. You can go on the first day for a cheeky tour around so you can make sure it's got everything that you'd like. And if you book on that first day, you secure your slot and you know that you can definitely get access. And another thing, if you're an early bird like us, it's definitely worth booking in early in the morning because we found from our previous sailings that it's generally quieter, so you can get a lot more use out of the facility. Well, that's it. You should be good to go and ready to cruise aboard P&O Iona.
We hope you've enjoyed the video and found it useful. If you've got any other suggestions, please let us know in the comments below because we love to get tips and tricks too.
Absolutely, and it would really support the channel if you wouldn't mind giving this video a cheeky like, and why not subscribe and ring that bell because the next time we put out new content, you'll be the first to know. So thanks again for checking this out, and here's to a brilliant new year. See you on P&O.